Welcome to another day of Ether Raid for the last day of Chaos Season. We're taking on a Japanese player here to begin with. Hopefully this is the last one. We're going to go ahead and use our Sita team here to close out the week. Let's get the ball rolling here. We're going to swap around and put Sita in the middle here. Not 100% confident in this working out because Tina is annoying, but there aren't that many fast units here, and hopefully the debuffs from the Bright and Dark Shrine should work out in my favor, because, you know, Sita scales excellently off of those things. And yeah, just looking here, she has the most status effects, and there's no way for me to alter that or adjust that because the C skill is, yeah, that's going too hard a little bit, but it shouldn't be an issue, because looking at the units that she is going to have to compete against, she doesn't really need those skills. I guess you could say she might get outsped, which is one of my concerns against Harmonic Anna, but let's just see how those debuffs go. Really, that's probably going to be the best thing in her favor in this match. Aside from that, I'm going to be putting Veil somewhere there just to give some extra support, and then that's about all I can. That's about all I can ask for. I can't really do anything else. I'll probably put Gatekeeper somewhere in proximity. I don't know what that'll do. My biggest concern is Embla doing a reposition play on Halloween Anna and causing me some problems. But let's see how that pans out. I don't really have any protection against that aside from hoping that she doesn't attack Micaiah and killing Micaiah. But as long as she doesn't trigger a special, I think Micaiah should be fine. Yeah, I think Micaiah should be fine in that one. She should have flat 20% first hit DR, and then Veil should protect her against any specials, and then Gatekeeper should give enough drives to protect her from... Hopefully, there should just be enough drives and debuffs that will prevent Embla from one-shotting or just taking out Micaiah in 2 hits. Although Micaiah is going to be able to counterattack, so there's that as well. So Micaiah could potentially just take out Embla if my worst-case scenario happens, but that is worst case. It's really going to depend on the movement. Anna here is going to get +1 movement, so she should attack into Sita, and we'll see how that one goes. And then, yeah, we'll just have to see. I wanted to go at use Felix, but I don't think Felix would have killed this Ike, and then it probably would have needed 2 combats to try to take him out, and that would have been just too much. And I probably would have been stuck after that, so not a good way to get in here. So we're gonna just tank this and hope for the best. Although I think it should work out in my favor. Everything is really, like, everything that's in the setup should work out in my favor here. So yeah, what else is going on? It is Monday by the time that, yeah, it's Monday because that's when I'm playing this match. SDR is done. It was pretty okay. Yeah, let's not even, like, I basically threw 3 matches, and I could have, like, went the farthest that I've ever went, but I don't know, man, fatigue and just not being clutch in combination there worked against me. And also, let's see, what else happened? There was one thing that I wanted to... I found, or rather, is it a find, or did I remember that it just existed? I was reminded of... I reminded myself of one counter to Shield Fighter that, like, it's really from melee range. It's not from 2 range. It's not like from, like, range cast or anything like that. I don't think there's any range units with that effect in the game. But from melee range, there is some potential to get around Shield Fighter as well as Hardy Fight. It it was always there. It's just that I had stopped using it because other units were in the game. And also, tanks were just getting so tanky that she just didn't hit hard enough. But I think there's a comeback in the works, so we'll see how that goes. I'm probably not gonna use it just yet. It's really down to how frequent I see Hardy Fighter near saves or Shield Fighter near saves. That'll determine how I'll integrate that into my team compositions. But yeah, let's leave it at that. There is some amount of help that you can use from melee range. And just like considering the unit and what that unit does, I'm potentially seeing that they'll implement something like that from 2 range as well, and that unit will more than likely be the best unit in the game.
Crush them.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the best unit in the game. More than likely she's going to be green whenever they came out. More than likely it's going to be an emblem unit. And I don't foresee a green emblem unit coming out for a while, unless they want to there's no way they're going to put a unit that powerful in the regular pool, so it's going to be on a seasonal banner or an emblem, a legendary or emblem hero, or a mythic. No, I don't think it's going to be a mythic, so yeah. I didn't even realize that unit was in the game, because I'm purposely not saying what it is, just to like, but if you can figure it out, I mean, great for you. But I didn't even realize that unit was in the game. It's kind of crazy how hard that unit goes. So yeah, I didn't even realize that. I didn't realize that it was in the game, because it changes like so many things in terms of how I look at the game. Wow. But in any case, there was one other thing that I want to bring up, and the only other way to really like from 2 range, from like ranged threats, okay, emblem attack, okay, that's perfect. From range attacks, the main thing that you want to be looking at is potence, and I think that's probably going to be IS's way of making potent follow-up more, what's the word? Not viable, but desirable. Because currently you don't necessarily, or it's not like the most like there is, like, especially from 2 range, there aren't that many options to get potent on your units. Uller just has it in her kit. Ivy also just has it in her kit. Who else? Those are really the units that really have it. And then aside from that, you're going to be looking at brave hits. But brave hits versus Fjorm typically require some type of speed check, and it's very hard to meet that speed check without some type of potent follow-up, giving you that stat swing. So a combination of maybe Frozen might help you out in that situation, where it gives you that additional 15 to help you make up the speed swing against Fjorm, to give you that additional hit. But ultimately it'll come down to whether or not you're going to be able to live that hit from Fjorm in the first place, because you can't get both potent and well, I guess if you want to outsource the desperation, then it is possible, but that would require for you to run like Bernie or Ursula. So I guess that is a possibility, but what I was really thinking about was the Desperation 4 that came off Lysithea, who is still like a really powerful nuke with some of the things that you can give to her. But I think that's definitely the direction that they're going with, or going towards, with the what do I want to call it again? Shield Fighter. That's definitely the direction that they're going with Shield Fighter. More hits.
What shall we do?
I was thinking, like, because you are able to take out the unit, but you can't do it until the 4th hit.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if the special triggers or not. If you can just survive until the 4th hit, or get all 4 hits off, you're more than likely to be able to take out that unit with Shield Fighter. And it's kind of annoying in Fjorm's case, because Fjorm is so fast. Dual Fjorm is so fast that it's so hard to get around to quad her. I guess on slow armors it's a lot easier. And also, like, for anyone other than Fjorm, you're more than likely going to survive the counterattack with Shield Fighter. But because Fjorm gives that reflective damage, dual Fjorm has that reflective damage, I've been hitting units for like 280. And I'm just like, this isn't right. 280 damage on the follow-up attack, which are numbers that I have not seen in the game, period. Like, unless you're using Deadeye, those are like Deadeye numbers. So, and that's like not even trying to set it up or anything. I'm not doing anything special. She's just hitting that hard back with the reflective damage. So, yeah, Fjorm really is the best user of that skill. Both of the Fjorms, Duo Fjorm and Ascended Fjorm, are really the best users of that skill. But then outside from that, you're probably going to survive that combat if you put that Shield Fighter on any other unit, which means that you're more than likely going to get to that 4th hit consistently, which I guess makes it not that much of a problem. Especially if that 4th hit is the one that you're triggering your special on, but that really depends. So ultimately, I don't think it's the best inherit for bar saves. I think Fjorm uses that skill the best. For near save, I think it's really, really good for near save. But we'll see. There's also a counter to that as well, as I mentioned. I wish I had some more Deadly Miasma fodder. It's good on so many flyers. I know the remix banner is out right now, but the banner itself is really bad aside from who was on the E-Tree. And there's like, I think the green shear is actually bad, and the other shears are bad too. And then there's the other banner with legendary female Byleth, but that one has Sita, but I already have female Byleth at +10, so pulling on that is kind of like not the best for me. So I'm probably gonna have to skip that as well. Although I do want to get those final Sita copies to finish her. Actually, I'm out of Sita copies, so I could definitely use some extras. I'm really short on the fodder that I need to build things. Deadly Miasma in particular, and there's one other skill. I forget which one it was, but those are the 2 things that I really need. We're gonna give Becky the last skill here because I do want to get the bonus skill and see after this if I'm able to make rank 1 finally. In Chaos Season, it's so like 50-50 if you can make it or not, because, well, it's not even 50-50. If there's 7 days, and you just gotta pray that your defense doesn't get hit by one of the good players. Jeez. So it's the last day. We'll see. Like right after, I'll check right after this to see how it pans out. Hopefully, I get lucky. We'll see. But yeah, we gotta get the bonus skills. Just so that I do my part at least. That aside, there was one other thing that I was thinking about, and I completely forgot what it was. I think triangle attack on offense is probably going to be the next best thing. If what's her name? Duo Fjorm starts popping up everywhere on defense as a far save, because there really is no other way to break through her unless you're going to just completely swing your offensive teams into melee matchups. But if you want to break her at far save or at 2 range, you're definitely going to have to start considering bringing triangle attack into your team compositions again. And that really bothers me. I was never a fan of having triangle attack on offense because it feels like cheating. But then I guess the same argument could be made that defense is getting so strong now that you probably need that to win. But we'll see what gets adopted. That's another week of Chaos Season. GG's.